Hello there, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba. Who is with me today? Tell them your name.
Hello, my name is Amy Arburn.
Amy Arburn is here.
Yes, that's me.
If you guys have joined The Real Rejects from the YouTube channel Jabby Koei, odds are you would have seen Amy before.
You might know me.
We've met twice.
Times.
I think, yeah, and I've seen you a lot on my brother's channel. Everyone loves you, and I said I need to reel her in to The Real Rejects and then have her decide who she likes more.
Yeah.
Post filming. No, poll will be posted on her YouTube channel. What? Amy has a YouTube channel now.
I do.
You guys should go check it out.
I do. It's super exciting.
I'm subscribed.
Yes, thank you, Greg.
Thank you. That's what I wanted.
What Greg does.
That's what I wanted, was the attention for subscribing. Thank you.
I only have a couple videos up there now, but my launch date is October 4th.
But you guys should subscribe now. That way you can
get
get notified when it's up. Amy, have you seen the channel Quarter Crew?
I haven't. Am I about to?
I love your voice. it's just like on a radio show. I have not actually. Quarter Crew is an amazing YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. They're one of my favorites. Okay. They have this segment here called Stuntmen React to Bad and Great Hollywood Stunts.
Awesome.
I won't tell you much more. I just want to show it to you. Use your incredibly soft-spoken NPR voice.
Yes. Oh, wow, that kind of radio.
Or ASMR. Was that what it is that people say?
I've gotten a lot of requests for ASMR.
Okay, well, keep a lookout for her channel, people. It's gonna change.
Dang, that's hot! Oh my god! Dude, that was
How'd he do that? I mean, that was a wire gag for sure.
crack. Oh.
Owie.
So what they did is,
So excited for you to watch this.
I'm very excited.
Squarespace for bringing you today's episode.
We've worked with
Stick around to the
Squarespace,
end to find out
too.
How you can get 10% off
gee.
your first purchase.
10%.
Hi, welcome back to Stuntmen React here with Eric Linden. He's joined us again to give us some great insight into the world of stunts and some crazy things you guys may not have heard stories of. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a good one, but...
They get a smaller character.
Sorry.
Yeah, what happened?
yeah, God, I sure wish you guys had a bigger couch here.
Say no more.
Visual effects, guys.
Alright, this is great. Oh, Eric's also back to set Clint on fire. Now, this video is probably gonna come out a ways after that one, but if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go check that out. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I love this movie.
I loved this movie as well. Ansel Elgort.
Talking directly to him.
Ooh.
That is really impressive. Stunt driving.
Dude, cops in formation. They've just been driving on the street like that the whole time, waiting for him to go out in front of them.
In case you didn't pick up, middle guy's a stuntman.
I imagined. Yes.
I imagine it's really
Not
easy to lose
Ansel?
it. And, like,
Yeah.
100%. They have to have a highly souped up car to be able to do these types of slides. A lot of
Sure.
times this stuff's tested in, like, say, a parking lot or on a track.
That was
When you get out into a real
Yeah.
street like that, you have manholes, different variations into concrete and everything else. You have to get some people that are like the best in the business. Some of these slides, I mean, he's pushing this so far, it's like unbelievable.
Wow, Ansel.
Oh my
But the car can be
gosh.
that close to camera. Look, right 20 feet. That's like 3 to 4
Scary.
feet. Are there camera guys?
I'm assuming that this was a pursuit vehicle and it has this massive Russian arm
Right.
type thing on top of
Okay.
it. These guys are stuntmen in their own right. The guy who is operating that Russian arm really knows where he can be. He can kind of pull it up and the car will go underneath it. When you pull that off, you would expect to like jump out of the car and be like, yeah! That's what's so great about a lot of these amazing stuntmen. Director's like, cut, that was amazing, way to go. We're gonna do it again. He just gets on the radio and he's like, copy, going back to one.
Oh,
This guy's
jeez.
gnarly driving.
That was Ansel Elgort doing
Are
that?
those puddles there so that he can lose traction on the car?
okay.
Absolutely. The puddles are actually like fairly strategically placed.
Okay.
Oh, how
At
interesting.
a certain point, kind
see?
of get it back and then whip it
Science.
back. Yeah, so like that's pretty slick, but how much says those trucks aren't there? Ooh.
That's a good point, man. That's a really
Right there, the one that's backing up,
Yeah, it's so close.
Yeah, it's not.
it almost looks like
Oh,
it goes
it's
straight
actually, it's
through it.
mobile.
The
that
back
truck.
of that truck looks pretty CG.
It does look pretty CG.
But you don't tell in motion.
Yeah.
Even without the trucks there, like the
interesting.
move that this guy is doing is insane because like he's got these walls that he can still hit, and he's able to even pull that off.
I mean, like, unreal.
I drive like that in North Hollywood all the
To go to
time.
the
To go to
grocery
Trader
store.
Joe's.
Yeah,
or
to
something.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
There's definitely like a stunt
Really
man
need
with
sex.
like when there's like a bunch of dudes like holding guns, like okay, there's the stuntman. Better hope he comes through that door and not somewhere else.
The best part of this movie.
Bullets are jammed.
Wow.
That's like the closest Batman's ever come to using a gun right there.
Oh, he did just use a gun.
Oh, that is painful.
He just caps Batman in the back of the head.
I love that they grab his cape. The worst thing that you can have is a vigilante is cape.
Knockout.
So this is a beefy fight scene.
Owie.
Ouch.
That was a beefy scene.
Whoa.
You have this inherent problem where you need to get rid of people's guns, and I think it was a pretty creative way to use one of his gadgets to kind of like disarm as many of them as he could.
That's Batman.
Dude, that was
How do you do that?
I'm gonna go with it. That is some sort of like super hard rubber or something.
Oh, but still,
there's
how do you
a
do
little
that?
Padding underneath it. See how he's kind of
Wear
prepped for it,
pads.
and his knees are bent. He kind of is not jumping in the air. He's just rotating
Ow.
straight to the floor.
His
I think that he
neck.
actually did go for that for the most part, and he's a nasty stunt man. I'm sure he was like, "Yo, we're going for it. We want the shot to be."
How
sick.
do you
Now here we are
position your
talking about
body
it."
though?
I don't really know.
Does it make impact softer to break through stuff?
Totally.
So that guy didn't go through the wall and just bounce off of it. That'd be a bigger hit than going through the wall.
I think crashing through something softens it a bit.
It definitely looks good.
Sound effect was everything. Ow.
Can't shoot Batman, but you can stab.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see Batman get thrown to the
Oh, he
ground.
just
because
pulls
he's
it
always
out of
just,
his arm.
Kind of like kicking the crap out of everybody, and to see him get overwhelmed and how he deals with it and then gets back to his feet is pretty great.
Sorry, the cape was
When you're doing a fight
CGI.
scene on set, have you ever had the actor actually connect with your face?
Oh yeah, definitely. When we were doing the Daredevil Punisher fight, I mean, me and the stunt guy from Daredevil definitely punched each other. in the
He
face.
was Daredevil? He was Punisher stunt double?
So we definitely clipped each other a couple of times, but we laughed about it and we're like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." You're also kind of like pulling your punch too. So like if you clip somebody, it may not be like
full
taking
force.
an MMA punch or something.
Right.
So we actually looked at the stats for these videos, and like 60% of the viewers who watch these videos aren't subscribed to the channel. If you would consider subscribing, it actually helps us out. It helps the channel
I'm
grow,
subscribed.
and it's a great way to take the fate of your video watching habits out of the hands of the algorithm. Do you want a robot telling you what to watch, or do you want to decide what you
No.
watch?
Remember
That's a
the movie
really
Hot
good
Rod?
question.
Yeah.
Remember when he's falling down that hill?
Have you seen
I love Hot Rod.
I love this scene.
Wow.
Clips the tree.
I mean, that was wired. Yeah.
You know, this is funny, but yeah, that looks
Like-
types of stunt though, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it is funny, but like thinking it in the context of stunts,
Yeah.
you're like,
Ooh.
How are they not breaking ribs doing this now?
yeah, that's what I want to know.
I think that one was a wired.
Wired,
like,
definitely
if you look
wired,
at like the Lone
yeah.
Survivor, where they're going down the hill. Those guys just did that. I mean, they did it kind of sections of it at a time.
Oh my
but
God.
all those hits were just.
Oh my
padded
God.
Up and went for it. A lot of that's that guy just launching himself off screen. They probably have like a large pad or something like that, so that like his momentum he
Ew.
could stop and not hit a tree or get really hurt. I mean, they have to be so sore the next day.
I bet. My God. For a
Oh
comedy
God.
film.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh!
No.
Oh, I mean, That guy won a stunt award for that.
Really?
As he
Wow, awesome. That's awesome.
He actually did make it. And
Whoa.
He got hurt pretty good.
I actually had a chance to meet Andy Samberg like 2 months ago.
Oh, really?
And I asked him about this scene.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he say?
The dude cracked his femur.
Yeah.
He was saying that the first ramp is supposed to collapse and the guy hits the side of the truck. That was what was planned. And you watch in the scene, it collapses, but the guy has so much speed it goes over and clips the other side of the ramp with his leg.
I can't
You
imagine.
can kind of.
You can paralyze yourself. Damn.
Everyone on set was like, oh shit. Oh no.
Yeah.
We have the rule. If somebody hurts themselves, use a shot. Apparently the Lonely Island guys have the same rule, and they use that shot in the film.
That's a cool rule. Oh man, he hasn't aged one bit.
You really
I heard
hasn't.
that Patrick Swayze got like really into skydiving for this movie.
He was skydiving before this.
Oh really?
And, you know, they get to, when they want to film this, and Swayze wants to jump. Like, he wants to do it on his own. You know, for production reasons, they absolutely would not let him jump. So what they did is, on one weekend, Swayze literally was like good buddies with the stunt coordinator, second unit director, and some of those guys. And like that shot right there, him and his buddies literally just took the camera and did this rogue.
Whoa!
So they
What?
got all this footage
Oh,
of
that
Swayze
is
jumping
nuts.
out of it on their own time.
No, they didn't.
What?
Actually, Patrick Swayze.
That's absolute gold. That's amazing. You can clearly see it's him. You can clearly see that's Keanu, like on some blue screen or whatever.
Man, that says a lot.
Hey,
about, like,
Keanu
the
does
actions
stunts
filming.
now.
These scenes would not be nearly as
Yeah, let's
memorable.
not.
Yeah, let's
without,
not.
Go there.
Let's
the
not
actual
insult
actors
Keanu.
flying around
Yeah.
them.
Okay, here we go.
What's the stunt here?
Yeah, I love this movie
I mean,
though.
that's actually what happens when you get shot. You know, people take these huge reactions.
Yeah.
Like, the bullet just goes through you. Pretty much don't move. Unless I would say it's like a super high caliber round from like a rifle or something.
Like that.
Yeah. But it looks awesome. Like, I'm all for it.
God, I love this movie.
I love that.
That's
Amazing
awesome.
movie. I never
Wiped his face
noticed
off.
him walk
Yeah.
clean his face like that.
That's awesome. You see him just full send out the door.
Dude, just the Great Ketchup Massacre.
Yeah, move it to Quentin.
God, these squibs are so good. I wish all movie squibs were like that. This is the thing that digital blood hits like never can do.
As much as I love John Wick, it's like I wish they would do a little bit more practical blood and stuff like that. I mean, typically with the squib, the
it's not
special effects
noticeable.
guy is going to
No.
talk to you and be like, hey, you know, it's this much of a charge. He's going to say it's going to feel like, you know, a light punch, or it's going to feel like somebody flicking you, like just depending on how much is in there. And you'll get like a pad, or, you know, you can take a flat knee
Ooh.
pad and put it underneath there,
Yeah.
and it should protect you from that.
The first time we did squibs, we learned that you can't have people's arms in front of them.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like gunpowder in there, and it can literally like burn your arm.
It's hard though with a gunfight scene because everybody's aiming or shooting their guns. If you're gonna take center mass hits, it's gonna blast into your arm. So you notice like when those guys open the door, you notice like there's one guy just standing there like this with the gun in his hand, just like wide open. Like no one has their arms in front of their chests, or like they're getting shot.
Come shoot me.
Backlight squibs to get them to show up.
Both sides.
Oh yeah, dude, the entry and exit squib. That's like the classiest squib.
Oh, cool.
Entry and exit.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at this girl just waiting for her ratchet.
Oh, this is where she gets pulled. Yeah. Oh. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't actually.
I can almost guarantee that the stunt coordinator was like, look, this completely defies all physics. It makes zero sense whatsoever.
Quentin Tarantino, he's like, I want to do this, and you're like, okay.
I mean, I almost would have just like yanked her into the doorway and had her clip off of it.
Oh! What makes it funny is that it's so fast. She's there and then she's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Humor, comedy.
Y'all two run along
If you would like to follow Eric's work, ask him questions, you can follow him at Eric Linden. Did you get overwhelmed last time?
You know what? I promised I would respond to everybody. I responded to well over 300 messages.
Wow!
I get a lot of how do I get started in
Kudos.
stunts? How did I personally start? So I literally just for you guys went and typed up on my website.
That's
and
cool.
Easier.
It's cool, but it's kind of
People
very
just
fun.
got curious.
Can't fucking talk to everyone. Damn.
Type this a million times. Here's your form response.
Yeah. Are they gone?
Squarespace. Talk about Squarespace.
All right. Did you see that sweet stunt? Anyways, thanks
Look
for
at
sticking
that.
around to the end of the episode. Today's sponsor
welcome.
is Squarespace, and I'm going to tell you all about how you can get 10% off your first purchase. But first, a joke. A businessman, a lawyer, and a dentist walk into a bar.
Okay.
Now, only one person uses Squarespace. Can you guess which one it is?
Businessman. All three.
The answer is that it's the bartender, and the bartender is the real winner here. He was able to create a beautiful website that got
Nice.
the dentist, the lawyer, and the businessman into his bar in the first place because he used the beautiful award-winning templates that Squarespace
Not
had.
really a joke,
with
but
a purpose.
His awesome bar on Squarespace, and it did simultaneous posting onto his
Not really a
Twitter
joke.
profile.
No, it's definitely
What
not.
the bartender did is allow multiple contributors to contribute to his website. He didn't just create the whole website himself, he had one of the
Commitment.
reaction. And you might be wondering, well, it's really hard to get dentists into bars these days, but using Squarespace's traffic overview system, this savvy bartender was able to understand a
Savvy
little extra
bartender.
about his marketing techniques to get them in there. Mouthwash shots, anyone? We all know it's
He
super
fully
easy to
committed.
He's great.
I mean, trust me. But one thing you might not know is that it's really hard for lawyers to pass the bar. And
It
it's
is.
even more difficult to get lawyers out of bars unless they commit malpractice using iron bars. Think about that one. But anyway, what you probably should know is that this savvy bartender talked to all those lawyers in his bar, and he found out all the stuff that he posts on his Squarespace
I love this.
website
This is the best
belongs to
best
him.
sponsorship
That's
I've
the
ever
deal.
seen in my life.
It's
Gives you
beautifully
content ownership
executed.
over everything you post on their platform. And now finally, let's make sure we talk about that businessman. That businessman, well, he's the smartest one of the bunch because he went on over to squarespace.com/corridorcrew and he got 10% off his first purchase. That's right. Squarespace.com/corridorcrew.
Squarespace is great, guys.
Hey guys, it's Lucas. I wanted to let you guys know about my favorite Instagram account. And that's at Corridor Digital. You know, we have this pretty sweet face filter that Ren made. Maybe you can look as cool as me.
Yay.
Yay! Okay, and they were the Corridor
Crew.
crew. Okay, I lied. I have seen them before. I
You
just did not know
liar.
them by name.
You're lying.
You white supremacist. Sorry.
Let's just throw that around willy-nilly, why don't we? But no, they're nerds, so I'm on board.
One thing this channel consistently does for me every time I watch one of their videos is remind me of how much I take for granted when I
Totally.
watch any of these films, because you know, it's like, especially when you're in like film circles, everyone talks so much about like storytelling and
Right.
stuff, as if that's important. Everyone talks about storytelling and the art of everything. Oftentimes action sequences, the stuff that stuntmen are required for, are kind of just chalked up to just, oh, it's just action, it's just whatever. Literally every second, and especially in a movie like Baby Driver, which is so
Stunt heavy.
fast
yeah.
edited,
Yeah.
stunt heavy, you'll miss so much that you're just like, oh, cool. And that's it. You just go, oh, cool. But that took them like such a long time to
Well,
put that together,
Maybe
you know?
even a couple of days to get the shot that they needed and for everything to go appropriately. I didn't even think that I would have watching that. First of all, it happens in 2 seconds. And I think that you just assume to the untrained eye, it's not a stunt. It's like computer magic happening.
Yeah.
That was actually a dude in a car. It's hard to even fathom. And it must take so much rehearsal and so much time. And it happens in literally, like, what was that scene? 5 seconds? 10 seconds?
That shot alone, yeah,
Yeah.
it's 5 seconds long. Yeah.
So much. Oh my gosh. just expertise and time, and
It's ridiculous,
it's crazy.
man.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes they have to. They were talking about that truck that's like CGI'd in to help provide environment.
Which they were like, it's obviously. I'm like,
obviously. Cheap ass movie.
but I'm like, I couldn't. Like, how is it obviously? Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention.
But they're going frame by frame. They're visual effects artists, so I'm sure they could pick up on like these little details that we might not see. I always love it when I do learn that the actors really did train for these scenes. I remember for the Matrix Reloaded, Carrie Ann Moss to do all the motorcycle training and the car stunts. They had to CGI a lot of like in the freeway of the other cars, but she really did learn how to do the motorcycle stuff. Ansel Elgort. I mean, clearly they had to.
Yeah, spending some time.
Which just ups your attractive points, dude.
It really does.
See, the thing is, I'd be afraid to be a part of a movie like this because I know what I would be like in real life if I got this kind of training.
Yeah.
I would get in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Be like, let me show you what I learned.
Yeah.
In my Toyota Camry 2006 edition, let's get on the road and show you.
Make the back wheel spin out. It's going to be awesome. I would be terrified. So props to Ansel for guts.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
To get in a car and be like, yeah, this is going to do things it doesn't usually do. When I'm in it.
And then for fight scenes like this, they didn't even break down in the Batman one how that guy did that fall.
They broke down what he was falling onto, but not the actual fall.
Like they talked about the rubber ground,
Yeah.
which is a necessity, obviously. But
One would hope.
how do you train to fall as if you're slamming your neck to the ground? Like he was obviously prepped to do it, but he just like.
To do that without actually hurting yourself or
Would you
dying.
do a stunt like this? Would you take fight training, Amy?
Oh, I would love to take fight training. Absolutely. Because then you look like a badass without actually having to fight anyone.
That's
It's
true.
ideal.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It's ideal.
It's amazing what fight choreography can do for you. Hot Rod, man.
This was a curveball. Did not see this coming. But again, you take it for, like, I would not have thought Hot Rod as a stunt movie.
And it's about a guy who's doing stunts, essentially, you know. Yeah.
I guess that's totally appropriate. Yes.
Yeah, but you don't. But no,
forgot
you're
that was the
absolutely right though, because I don't factor that in either. It was funny because they have this professional stunt coordinator here, Stuntman, on the Hot Rod ones, the comedy. This was the ones where he was like, I wonder how they did them like these like big budget movies. He's like, here's what they did. But then for this one, we're like, how
is this possible?
How did they pull that off? For
Again,
Hot Rod is the one that's the most contemplative one.
Yeah, fathoming that they actually did that. Like a person actually went on a bike and crashed into a platform for that moment. I don't know. I maybe would have attributed that to the computer magic also beforehand.
Because we attribute so much with stunt work to great action scenes to enhance realism and stuff. And this is the first time I've seen a corridor crew video that took a comedy movie. They put their lives on the line just so we could chuckle at a moment in the movie, you know?
Just so we could laugh.
That's so awesome.
I've actually been on set for a stunt before. It was not someone on a motorcycle flying over anything, but it was someone who had to appear to be getting hit by a car, and they actually did throw themselves. So I related to, they mentioned here that everyone on set was like, and that is what it's like on set.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're watching the stunt person and you're like, what's about to happen?
Yeah, they could die, man.
They could totally die. It's actually a heart-thumping moment. Luckily, the person was okay, and this one was too, minus a broken femur.
Yeah.
But
they
it's
won
just...
They won an award.
They won an award, and I was just about to say they should be rewarded.
Yeah. Give it to them again. 2019 award.
Yeah, actual people do these things.
The squibs of Django Unchained. Have you had to deal with the squib?
Squibs?
Yeah.
The blood exploding.
Yeah. No, the sea creatures.
Oh.
Yes.
No, I haven't. In either respect. Sea creature
I've done a lot with the squids, whatever a
exploding
squib. Yeah. You never had to deal with the squib before?
No, but I would like to.
I was just in a short film that we were shooting out in the desert.
Okay.
I had to get shot. The squib was not working, so they had to actually put it in my hand, and then I had to keep squeezing it myself as if there was blood gushing out of me. And then there was another part where the part where I actually get shot. The guy in charge of the blood because he couldn't get the script to work, I basically had to block him out of frame. When I get shot, he had to like push down this thing so that he could shoot blood on the actor who was next to him. So I had to like block his frame. It's really hard work. Like dealing with squibs, it's weird. It seems like it would be like no problem.
Yeah, it's like things explode on
things
my chest.
explode.
And that's it.
When you're acting, it has to be so timed with the squib going off.
And then is there a dude off camera timing the squib for you?
Yeah, there's a dude off camera, so it's like
or dudette.
when you get shot. I imagine when you get shot, I've never been shot.
Me neither.
I mean, who knows? Maybe one day. Earn brownie points.
I hope not.
Yeah. Shouldn't encourage any subscribers. Well, Greg, let me help you out there.
Let's meet up.
I just imagine that when you get shot, you're not like, if it's not a scene where you're really anticipating you're going to get shot, it's supposed to be unexpected.
Yeah.
And so you're supposed to have a reaction where it's like you have to act like you're not prepared that it's going to happen, but you also have to be prepared that it's going to happen. It's kind of it's a weird choreography to handling squibs and stuff. But even in this scene, what they broke down with Django, when they were talking about the squib coming in the front and out the back, it's like I'm watching it happen and it's cool. When you're like filming it and you're on set with something like that, that's something that you're like, that's gold, man, that's gold.
Amazing. It's really good stuff.
But most audiences will just be like, cool. And
literally, yeah, well, because you see it for 3 seconds.
yeah.
It just happens so quickly, you can't even appreciate the moment.
Oh, gosh.
But boy, do we.
Do we? Because
Yeah.
we're better than all of you.
Yeah.
We're the best.
Essentially.
We're the best. We just have a better eye. And I can't end this video without talking about Patrick Swayze taking it upon
Jumping
himself.
Of an airplane.
That is nutty. I can't believe he did that.
That's badass.
I mean, we always, nowadays we rave a lot about Thomas the Cruise.
Yes.
One of my heroes.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise jumping out of planes. I mean, he did a crazier one for Mission Impossible Fallout, but the fact that they wouldn't let him do it, so he's like, we're just going to shoot the scene by ourselves and just go up there.
We're gonna go rogue.
I feel like nowadays they would get sued. One of the
Oh
actors.
my god.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to be there for the moment of, so guess what we did this weekend?
Yeah, we got the footage for you guys.
We stole the camera. We jumped out of airplanes.
Because not only do they have to get the footage, but they have to make the footage match with whatever else they're shooting without him.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, just like the commitment again. Commitment.
That's beautiful.
And fun fact.
Yeah,
Patrick
that's
Swayze
beautiful.
actually jumps out of the plane and wasn't supposed to. That was not planned.
That is badass, man. That's
Very
really badass.
Mucho respect.
I can't even look off the top of a roof of a
No.
3-story house. Man.
That's something I don't want to do.
Have you ever
Jump out of a plane.
I kind of want to jump out of a plane. Parachute, obviously. I don't know why I'm clarifying these things.
Obviously.
I would love to jump out.
That's how he'd like to end it.
Yeah.
One day.
I just have such a big fear of heights. I feel like I don't know if I would conquer my fear or if it would just get worse.
Yeah, you'd be the guy up there like, no, thought I was interested in this, but I'm really not.
I'm sure if I jumped out, I would just black out right away.
But then you'd miss the whole way down, and that's supposed to be kind of the best part.
It's not worth it.
The jump, I think, is just the beginning. It gets better from there.
All right, guys, thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed to Corridor Crew, do it today. You can subscribe to The Real Rejects. You can click our notification bell. More importantly, go to Amy Arburn's YouTube channel, subscribe today. She already has a couple of videos up, more content soon to come. She will not return if none of you guys subscribe. So subscribe if you want her to come back to The Real Rejects.
And I'd like to come back to The Real Rejects.
And the only way she'll agree to do it is if she gets at least 5 new followers.
What's our number? 5.
Just 5. Before we wrap this up, I would like to give a Patron of the Day shout out to a man named Melvinix. Not his real name. I believe it's Tamir. He's an artist. He does a great job. He's been one of our top pledge patrons for such a long time. Amy,
Yes,
can
sir.
you say a thank you to Melvinix here and then add on whatever with your recently acquired improv skills?
Oh my, okay. Melvinix, thank you so much for subscribing to The Real Rejects. It is obviously the best it is one of the greatest reaction channels out there.
Were you about to say the best? Because I know of another one.
Best reaction channel out there reviewing American, is that how you
Sure,
categorize it?
yeah.
American content.
Why not?
Greg Alba is just a fabulous human being.
Appreciate it.
Before and after recording. and during also. How am I doing on the improvisational things?
Melvinix, this is your best shout out you've ever got.
Thank you for supporting Greg. He's awesome.